do what I do.
Thank men the credit for being the hardest working group of men. But the truth is, according to the statistics, it's black men. Look at this. Who works the most hours? Men, weekly hours worked. Average weekly hours worked by full-time employees by race, age 16 and up. This is on blackdemographics.com. What does that say? Look at this. I want next time they call you lazy, right? It says black men, 43 hours a week. White men, 42.6. Asian men, 41.8. Hispanic men, 41.5. Black men, the source, U.S. Bureau of Statistics, fourth quarter 2024 current population survey prepared by blackdemographics.com. Do you hear that? Shout out to the brothers. Are you kidding me? We are the hardest working men in this country. Hell, look at me. I probably work at least 60 hours a week myself between my day job and coming here talking to y'all. So I just want to point that out. And that is something, shout out to all the hardworking men. I wanted to hit y'all with that statistic. Please screenshot. I'm going to make this big enough. Everybody take the time to screenshot that, share it on your page. Matter of fact, I'm going to make it so we can get the whole thing in. Look at that. Screenshot this, share it on your page. Screenshot it, share it on your page. Don't put my ugly face in it, okay? But just screenshot it and share it on your page. The reference is down here at the bottom. Black men work 43 hours. We work more hours than every other group of men in this country. So shout out to all you ladies out there. You should be saluting and applauding your brothers. Not only are we the most involved fathers, shout out to LTD, but we have found a way, okay, to be the hardest working group of men in America and still be the most involved fathers. That is amazing. That is amazing. You are amazing, brothers. Shout out to you, brothers, for being amazing. I'm proud of you. You should applaud yourself, okay? That's what I want you all to do. Applaud yourself for that. Now, let's get back to the business at hand. Like I was saying, the boys are back, and we are returning to an era of masculinity, okay? Again, and what I was talking about, you had hardworking men, you had dedicated, nurturing women, and I'm talking about the nuclear family post World War II, when the men came back from the war in the 50s. The GI Bill was in place and it empowered these men. So that was something that the government put in place, as opposed to something like welfare, which empowered women to basically say, I don't need a man. They had the GI Bill, which helped men become better men. You see, and it ensured that they had the resources to lead once again. The GI Bill basically helped people with down payments on homes and et cetera. And it was time when masculinity wasn't questioned. It was honored, but then as history has shown time and time again, every era of strength is met with resistance. So what popped up after the 1950s? The feminist movement, okay? In the feminist movement, it was something that occurred from the 1960s all the way up through the 1990s. And it sought to challenge traditional roles, shifting society away from merit-based structure towards a culture of forced equality. And in response, men's rights advocates, they emerged and they pushed back against the policies that prioritize political correctness over personal accountability. Now, here's the thing. This was not ever really a black man and black woman problem. Black men never really had any sort of control over the Congress or running Fortune 500 countries. I'm not saying that black men weren't misogynists. I'm not going to say that there wasn't examples of SA, but again, that runs both ways, because everybody know when Auntie threw grits on Al Green, right? We know about that story, and we probably have some, if you got a black handled skillet in your household, then it was used for more than just frying bacon on a Sunday morning. Just keep that in mind. That black skillet. I'm just saying. I don't want to go too deep into it. Nevertheless, I'm not saying that black men were perfect. I'm definitely not saying that there wasn't SA. I'm not saying that. Okay, but what I'm talking about is this real life oppression. You can't work here. You can't go to school here. That's something that white men who were in power did to their women. Okay. And so there was a legitimate fight for fairness in education and custody battles, and the legal system became necessary because society began overvaluing the role of men in families and workplaces and totally pushing aside. And the truth is, you need both. You can't have one without the other. Everybody needs to play their role. But now, as society moved into the 1980s and the 1990s, you had conservative leaders like Jerry Falwell and Pat Buchanan, and they led the charge against the growing influence of radical liberalism. And the moral majority and other movements pushed back against things like affirmative action, which truly was supposed to benefit Black people, but it actually ended up allowing white women to benefit. Okay, so even though there was a few Black folks who benefited, but overall the vast majority of us didn't. And so, nevertheless, these progressive and social policies reinforcing, some of the values that that did not align with what we were used to. Okay, and so at this point, we're going to it's more on self-reliance as opposed to handouts, discipline, and the right to succeed on merit, not just social engineering. Now, my friends, listen to me. We find ourselves, okay, in the midst of another great reckoning. So over the past decade, we've seen an aggressive push towards diversity, equity, inclusion, et cetera, and is designed to foster fairness and redistribute power based on ideology rather than ability and merit. Okay, so think about that. Okay, think about that. It's not because you're good you got promoted. It's because you're a woman. It's not because you're excellent at what you do. It's not because you're excellent that you got allowed to come to medical school. It's because you're a man who wears a dress and identifies as a woman. All right. Nevertheless, in 2023, the Supreme Court struck down race-based affirmative action, and it marked a major victory for those who believe that merit, not identity, should be determining factor in education and employment. Now, the odd thing is there were Asian people who led the fight for that, and now they're the ones suffering more because it really hadn't affected Black folks. It's helped white people, it's hurt Asians, and it really hadn't affected Black people at all. But nevertheless, that signified a cultural shift, and it's undeniable. You have influential figures like the gentleman I spoke about earlier, Andrew Tate, Jordan Peterson. You guys know Dr. Jordan Peterson out of Canada. The man stood on business. He said, look, I'm not calling that man a girl. They don't want to say anything because they don't want to get canceled. And men should be strong. They should be resilient. They should be unapologetic, but they also, and you should pursue greatness. And the message is clear. Masculinity is not toxic. It's not weakness. We need strong men in this society. And now look no further, our political landscape, Donald Trump's presidency. Look, you don't have to like him, but respect the fact that this dude, they tried to unalive him. They tried to put him in prison with 4 different cases in 4 different states. Okay. They tried to take $500 million from him. Right. And the fact that he was able to make a comeback like that, it's amazing. I just have to sit back and respect him as a man, whether you like him or not. Don't care about your politics. I know most Black people didn't vote for him, but the bottom line, as a man on some man stuff, the man kept on trucking. I got to respect that as a man. And so now he came back in with a whole new lease on life, and we're witnessing a resurgence of policies that favor meritocracy and economic strength and nationwide national pride. And Trump's leadership has emboldened men across the country to reject this victimhood mentality, right? And I know you ladies don't like men who always play the victim. Tell the truth. You don't like that. You don't want a man always talking about what he can't do and what he can't find and how hard his life has been. That does not make you feel good about him. I know it doesn't, because I'm a man myself, and I know enough women, and I've talked to enough women. They don't like that. You see, and so it's better for society to have strong men. They're more difficult to live with because they're going to put boundaries on you. But I want you women to have good, solid, strong husbands, not and men in your life not weak men who cower and bow down. I want strong men. Okay. What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the broadcast. This is Uncle D. People wash their ass in the tub. Kamala Harris.
You would tune in to Uncle D. This black man talk. Pull up, homie, take a seat. Don't be a shadow watcher every day. You learn something, then you earn something. Let them know and drop some money in the plate. It's getting cold, ladies, talking ratchet. There's a king here, grab your coat, zip your jacket. Keep quiet for a second, close your jaw. Attorney Spurling, this ain't pearly, know the law. Talking Constitution, pushing pins when he shooting, give him that. Masculinity, just for the record, sprinkle that. You can keep your cat, gotta cut it. Only cat he rubbing, gotta love it. I call it Molly Buddy. Gotta vote your interest, voting earns. Presidential, this is for the money that I earn. When you gon' learn, my people, that evil mixed with evil. No matter what you're doing, baby, this ain't equal. Sometimes when you're special, you get hated. The test is for the best, you're damn right, my people made it. Uncle D, Blizzard King, you been served, gotta notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now.
Hey man, I'll do what I do.
Somebody need to whip your ass.
Get up and whip him, Sweets.
Hey, don't be putting the money in my hand all rough.
Take your ass out here. You buy you a Flowbee and cut your own damn hair from now on.